Oh, ruh you disconnected.
Was there anything else?
No, that was it. Yep, that was it. All right. You ready for some questions?
I suppose so.
Um, so, what was your favorite individual part set piece type thing?
I have to say, like, there was a couple set pieces I remember. There was like the one with the giant spider robots, and we were in the
Mm-hmm.
helicopters. I
Mm-hmm.
was really liking the last one, and it probably is my favorite one still. But I have to say, it does feel like it went on for a while longer than it really needed to.
That was only because we died so often.
N-
It's not as long as we took on the first one. Remember?
The first one
The
I still
first
feel
one.
like was longer than it needed to be too, but
Yeah. It's longer than the ship actually is, so it doesn't make any fucking sense.
but
At least this one made sense.
it was probably my favorite is that last one.
Yeah. What was your least favorite part? I can already tell.
Probably the second to last level. It was just
Yeah.
annoying. Oh,
Yep.
the worst part of the entire game was just slowing the pace to a crawl for
Hmm.
dialogue that doesn't even really seem very important.
Nope. Favorite weapon?
Favorite weapon? Again, the weapons. I feel like some of them I feel like didn't really even get a lot of use at all. Like the sniper and the Covenant sniper, the beam rifle one. I feel like
Hmm.
they were really cool. I just didn't get to use them, right? I feel like the most
Yep.
useful weapon was, just your typical like rifle, assault rifle, stuff like that. None of the weapons were really terrible. I didn't get to try all the weapons though. I didn't get to try the pistol,
Hmm.
or I tried the plasma pistol like once briefly. But
Hmm.
my favorite weapon, I would just say the the rifle, one of the rifles. I'm not sure which one of the rifles.
The carbine. I know you liked the carbine last game.
Carbine was
Did
pretty
it live
cool.
up to the hype? Yeah. I
Yeah,
had it for most of the missions because I was playing as the Arbiter.
I
So.
have to say, like, to be honest, the weapons, I didn't really take to one more than another in this one. I kind of just got what was there.
Hmm. You took the hammer a couple times. I noticed you really liked that one.
That was for that was a fun one. I feel like weapons that are just just has it feels like it has an impact. You know what I mean? Like you get the screen shake, you get the big boom. When it hits.
Hmm.
It's just real
Uh,
nice.
did you have a least favorite weapon?
The least favorite weapon? Um,
Yes.
I didn't try the pistols, but that's mostly because you told me they were bad. Um,
Hmm.
I'm trying to think
The Halo
of.
3 pistol is my least favorite. I I didn't even use it this run, thankfully.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
didn't
no, it
either.
sucks.
So
Yeah. Halo 4, it's back, or Halo ODST, it's different but still good. And then for the rest of the games, it's fairly solid. This is the only game where it's really bad.
like I wouldn't say any weapon is particularly terrible. It's just I didn't really try
Whatever you
all the
find fun to
weapons.
use.
I didn't
Yeah, yeah.
really. I just picked up whatever weapons were available. It's not like I was really limited to only certain weapons that I thought was bad. If it was a bad weapon, I just would change it out for a better one. But none of them
Hmm.
were bad. None of them were super bad, anyways. It's just some were better than others.
Yeah. I would say for my favorite weapon, I would say the Mauler, the revolver shotgun. I like that one. I didn't get to use it that much, but I do love it. Sword, hammer, battle rifle, carbine. The plasma rifle actually really surprised me this run. It's been growing on me. Replaying all the Halo games, it really is growing on me a lot, and I prefer using the plasma rifle to drop a elite or brutes shields instead of just a charged plasma pistol shot. So yeah, what was your favorite vehicle?
Uh, I feel like of the new vehicles they added, I really did like how like the mongoose kind of played.
Hmm.
It feels like this game was did not really have a lot of like parts that I feel like were really good for the mongoose though. You know, there was that one part we got the mongoose and that was pretty much it.
Hmm.
I how it played the flying vehicle, the pelican. It was all right.
The
It wasn't
Hornet.
my favorite. Oh, and the hornet. That's right. The pelican's the big one.
Yeah, you don't get to fly a pelican for a while.
Okay, the hornet. That's what I meant. The hornet. The hornet was it was
Yeah,
cool. It was just I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite.
cup of tea.
I think
Hmm.
the mongoose is probably my favorite of the new ones they added, just because it kind of was it's just fun to kind of go around on it. It had some nice physics, you know. It wasn't like too bouncy. It was just bouncy enough, you know, just where it needed to
Hmm.
be.
Did you have a vehicle that you didn't like, or were you just kind of like, yeah, they're all
Kind of
good?
the same with with the weapons. It's just, you know, I had like I feel like there's like preferences, but most of the time it was like Warthog or it would be you know, whatever's really available. There's
Hmm.
nothing really I thought was bad though.
Favorite mission overall?
I feel like the last mission, like I said, with the set piece, it was pretty good. I have, like I said, the set piece I feel like was a little long, but it's it's not that bad.
I would say
Um,
my favorite mission might be the Covenant. I think the Covenant might be the best mission in all of Halo. I think it's very good.
Was that the first
It
mission?
is. No, the Covenant is the one where we kill the Prophet.
You mean like the really
The
short
Yeah.
mission where we?
No, the one with all the
Uh,
green stuff. The one before the mission you hate. The one where we fly the Hornets. That one. That one's my favorite.
I didn't really. I wasn't as big of a fan of the Hornets,
I know,
so
but I love all
that
the set
might be.
pieces. I love that. I love the Covenant and I love Crow's Nest.
To be honest, I don't really
Crow's
think I
Nest.
have a favorite level. I feel like all the levels were kind of all right, with the exception of like the one that we all hated.
Mm. Everyone hates that level. What did this game improve on from Halo 2? Aside from graphics. Are you there? Shit. Did you disappear? Trey, are you there? Alright, hold on, streamer.
I'm back. I my controller died. That was idle. Okay. What was I saying?
Um, uh, you were saying that you didn't have a favorite mission.
No, not really. I think that the game did a pretty good job at everything for the most part. The only problem obviously was like stopping the pacing every now and then.
Hmm. Oh yeah, we were talking about what it improved on too. Sorry, shit.
There was the part at the last level where we had to like wait for the door to open. There was like the little stops and starts in the second to last level. I feel like for the most part, every single level was pretty good, with the exception of the one that kind of overdid it. With the slow pacing.
Hmm.
I feel like there's not really one that I like more than another though. They're all pretty good.
What would you want improved from this game for? Uh, I guess the next one is ODST.
Um, I don't know. Like they've been doing pretty good on like improving like little minor things that I couldn't really like. Maybe not things that are like problems now, right? But just
Mm-hmm.
kind of improving on what's already good, right? I feel like the only like really like real problems in this game that they could improve on is probably just making the game flow better and like having that pace not be stopped quite as much, right?
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, like I think like kind of similar to how I said with the last one, they just kind of keep doing what they're already doing and then just kind of add upon that with just little things. Kind of like how like the HUD was a little bit better in this game. Kind of how like they had the
Mm-hmm.
little bit of environmental storytelling with like that guy saying that, like with that guy having his little moment in that one level, I forget. Like little things like that I feel like go a long way in the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
For
And
like the main core though, it's I think that they're doing pretty good. Yeah.
all right. So you're just kind of saying, what is one specific thing that you thought they did extraordinarily well that you want done in the sequels?
I think I really like world building in these type of games, right? So more things to kind of expand the world beyond just the current goal of the story, right? Kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, tell me a little bit more about, the like the world outside of just this, you know, Marines fighting Covenants, fighting the Flood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a little bit more to to kind of look
Cimarron.
for, like think about, right?
Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
Like I like to like I brought this up a couple of times, but like the guy, like little guy, right? Whenever he had his little thing going on,
Mm-hmm.
that's not important to the story per se, but I feel like it definitely helped build the whole scene a lot better, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just additive, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just
For sure.
more things to add, right? To the already good story they got going on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. All right. So last question. Overall rating out of 10.
I have to say, this game uh was not a major improvement to the last game. I think that it was just a couple of minor improvements, you know?
Do you want a reminder on what your previous scores were?
I think my previous score was like 5.5 or something like that.
Yeah, so for Halo 1, you gave it a 3, and I gave it a 7. For Halo 2, you gave it a 5.5, and I gave it an 8.75. So you said this was a minor improvement. What would you say?
I'd say um probably like a 6.25, not quite a 6.5, but maybe a little bit more than a 6, right? Like right there, because I feel like it's getting better and it's getting better and it's getting better, but there was still a lot of like there was still like those tiny little things that they could do to make it exceptional, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
making me care about the world, making me, you know, not slowing down the pace, right? Just like small things, right? They got a good
Yes.
core. They just need to give me extra things to kind of make me care or make me like wonder, make me, real interested in this world, and then just don't do things to bring me out of that immersion, like breaking the pace or make me sit at a door for like 3 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm. Um. So yeah, you said 6.25.
Yeah,
I'm going to give this a minor improvement uh from Halo 2. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I really this is the Halo game. When you say Halo, I think of this game. I think of Halo 3, and it is, yeah. I love this game. I love this game so much.
I feel like
It's Yeah.
I feel like this game did a lot of things well. Like the story was probably the best of the three games so far. I definitely like the
Mhm.
dynamic between all the different like factions, I guess you could call them, right?
Mhm.
I just feel like I very much appreciate all the tiny things, you know?
Mhm.
And there was a couple of that. There was a little bit of that in this game, but not as much as I would have liked to see.
Mhm. I think if I'm just gonna do a little prediction before we close the stream and end the video, um, I'm thinking you will probably. I'll say that you might like the. I don't know actually. I'm trying to think of if you would like ODST, and um, there's parts of it that I think you would like. I think there's like interesting uses of gameplay that I think you might appreciate, but also I think you might not. It's actually really hard to tell because you have some eclectic tastes. You are a fickle purveyor of video games, so it's kind of yeah. I would say it is kind of difficult to kind of figure out what you might enjoy.
Well, uh, I feel like the story isn't my cup of tea in
Mm-hmm.
these type of games that since I played with you. I can admit they're good stories, right? But they're just not for me, right? I'm trying to not let my opinion on the story persuade my rating too much.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely the story doesn't hit me quite as much as it might hit somebody that's,
More
a
invested.
more invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to judge this more objectively than subjectively, based off of kind of a couple of things that I really enjoy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been somebody that really enjoys a good, a good, you know, a good world, something to really be completely immersed in, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was definitely some immersion breaking moments in this game where whether it be pace or things not really making sense, or them just doing things for the sake of doing things instead of for the sake of continuity or any real reason. Kind of like at the
Yeah,
beginning we were
like
talking
to
about,
war.
yeah, it's a war, right? Exactly, right? It feels like that is real dramatic for the sake of being dramatic instead of for any real
Mm-hmm.
sense, right?
Yeah. One of my main complaints that uh, I didn't really mention is they really changed the Prophet of Truth. Like they obviously changed his voice, but they didn't. They changed his whole personality when they switched. So they behind the scenes, between Halo 2 and Halo 3, they got Terrence Stamp, who's a he used to be bigger. He was a big actor at the time. He was the Chancellor before Palpatine in the Star Wars prequels. So they're like, oh, he wants to do it, so we'll give it to him. We'll give the Prophet of Truth to him. But his vocal performance was so different, and then they just changed the writing for it. Because in Halo 2, the Prophet of Truth is like a wily, cunning uh, liar. Uh, but now he's just kind of like a big zealot religious fanatic, and I don't appreciate the change, honestly. I don't like the change. But yeah, I think, yeah, yeah. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
I don't think so. I think that that's it's a I think it's a pretty good sequel, you know? I'm looking forward to kind of what they're doing gonna be doing in the next game, what they improve on, what they might not. It seems like this is kind of the pinnacle for you, so I can only imagine.
I Yeah, I would say so fair warning, the next one is not quite a sequel. It was released as DLC for this game, but it is a side quel. It uses the Halo 3 engine, and like the HUD and the heads and all that stuff, but it's different. It is not quite the same. It is a side quel, but using Halo 3's stuff. But it is, yeah. Yeah. I can't think of anything else to say. Yeah. You guys. Thank you, Trey, for playing with me. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to follow if you're here on Twitch. It's free. It helps me out a lot. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. All of those are free as well. They really help me out. Yeah. I'll see you guys next time for Halo 3 ODST. Thank you all very much.